okay.
That's
I'm
good.
tired.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make an airplane.
Can I see it?
Yeah, right now. What was that?
I went. I don't know if you did.
That's not Jasper.
Oh, that's not Jasper.
Echoed back over Jasper's.
Was it? Oh.
We're annoying. Why does anyone listen?
Yeah, but that's what my sister said.
Bold of you to assume they do.
Your sister said she loves me though.
Yeah, she loves Danny.
What does your sister think about me?
She hates you and Hope
Why?
because you guys are loud.
Well, we moved the microphone, so
Yeah.
maybe I think Zoe will love you now. Don't worry.
She literally
all
hates
Gucci.
everyone before.
That's
everything.
true. Zoe used to hate me.
Oops, sorry.
Pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Look, I made a plane.
Wait.
I'm sorry, sir. We can't let you on this flight.
Why
I'm
not?
the
Because it's
plane.
gonna crash in 2 seconds.
Sir, you can't go on the runway. I'm the plane.
It's terrifying when you have to try and predict what it'll
You
crash
could
so
be
you
the
can make
president.
the
You're not
noise.
allowed on the runway. Give it a rest, buddy. I'm Justin Trudeau, the president. They wouldn't let me on.
The president?
Yeah. The president of the Air Miles Club.
Getting in the dice tray.
Also, HeyDM.
Yeah, HeyDM.
We've been
Are we
going.
up?
We've
Yeah.
been going for
You fucking know.
2 minutes because you were like, "Don't start until Hope comes back," and me and Danny were like,
Let's do it.
"So we
We did.
I'm gonna get kicked out of the house."
It was a group effort.
Not even the house. I'm kicking you out of the country.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeehaw, how about
You're being
nah?
deported.
To be fair, it was a group effort.
It was a group effort.
Please don't get mad at
I
me.
made the suggestion, he did it.
I'm the doing boy.
I was an accomplice.
Yeah, man.
Hope is the only one that gets to talk about Otto today.
That's okay. You know my opinions on that man.
Otto is a king. We stand a legend.
Do we?
I still want to know.
Yo,
who
we're
he
fucking
is.
up right now.
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
not.
Okay.
Hi. Welcome to Hey Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Where your players
Y'all,
know
if
the-
you're up, your phones are away.
I showed a cute cat. Done.
Hey Dungeon Master. I love you.
That's
love
a
you
lie.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, Dungeon Master.
That's a lot.
Zone of truth.
I cast Zone of Truth. I have no magic ability. I cast Zone of Truth. Well, no, I don't.
I love the fact that my character should be just in the middle. Do you have announcements, Jenny?
Yo, this is why we don't go up early.
Yeah.
Fucking
Do you,
start.
I just asked if she had announcements.
Yeah, but Reese usually says something before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Reese.
does he?
Yeah.
Always.
Oh. I'm dumb.
Go ahead,
I'm
Reese.
deaf.
Hi. Welcome to Hey Dungeon Master. Jason's a titwit.
I love titties.
Different type of tit. It's a type of bird, Jason.
I love birds.
Yeah, it's a Japanese tit.
Yeah.
They're
Sorry.
So cute.
I love Japanese tits.
Hi, welcome to Hey Dungeon Master. I'm your Dungeon Master, Reese. I'm here with some players today. And some other guys who can't get any.
Shit together.
No, they're just talking. Can't get any.
No, it's true. This is Bowie. Bowie is playing Kiza, our dragonborn angry lesbian.
That's her class and race.
Very angry.
Barbarian. We've got Danny playing Charlotte, the sorcerer supreme.
I think I'm switching characters today, actually.
Who are you playing today?
I don't know. I'll figure it
I'll
out.
be playing Jason. He's a loner.
I'll be playing Baz, Ben, and Ben Quinn like I did last
I'll
week.
be playing Charlotte. You'll be-
Kenham, Kenquin.
Okay, they're playing Baz, so I'm playing Charlotte, which means you're playing Shahala, which means you're playing DM, which means you're playing Kiza.
Well, shit.
That works.
Okay, everyone, move over.
Across from me, joining us on Skype, we have Jasper playing Tabak, the fire genocide cleric.
We forgot about Tavik.
Hello. We didn't.
We never swapped him.
Tabak doesn't swap.
Forgotten about it. It's okay.
It's okay,
Charlotte, you're playing Tabak. Tabak,
This
you're
is-
playing Baz. Oh no.
We've got Jason playing Baz, Benham Benquin, owner of the
Ben
Benquin
Quinn
Mining
Mining
Service.
Service.
Our
that
There's a
dwarven
It is.
bard.
It changes like every day.
service company.
There's 3 of them. One of them is a company, one of them is a service, the other one's a theater company.
He also owns a school. Like,
And then we've got Hope, who's playing Shahala, our tiefling rogue.
Not
Ranger.
tiefling.
sexy.
Ranger.
You're playing a rogue now.
We got into a
Unfortunately-
battle, BB. You want to come over to my place later?
Reese is gonna kill you. We do this every day.
Unfortunately, we are missing Dylan, who plays Shin, our drow rogue, our
That
real
bitch
rogue.
adult. He got work. Who's a pussy?
Pussy.
Pussy with work.
And that's our lineup for today's gang.
Oh, I figured it out. I'm gonna play the emo man.
Nice.
Shin.
Yeah.
Shin.
Yeah, no, Shin.
Oh,
The one in this campaign.
Where's Shin's character sheet?
I don't have Shin's character sheet.
I'm writing Shin a character.
That's
sheet.
okay, we have as many.
Stop. God, I can't talk ever. You might have noticed we're up on a Saturday. We are only up on a Saturday today. Don't worry, we're back to Sundays normally. But we had a bit of a kerfuffle scheduling. I love the word kerfuffle.
I
Fun
love
word.
that word.
We use the word kerfuffle a lot more.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Well, you guys
Anyway,
are
sorry.
kerfuffle.
Good God, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys.
You're going insane.
Happy holidays. Hope you guys had a good Christmas or assorted holiday of your religion or cultural background.
Merry Hanukkah.
Merry winter.
I was gonna say Merry Chrysler. Okay.
It's Christmas.
Merry Christopher Columbus Day.
No, that's a bad day.
That's a different day, I think. Wait.
Yeah.
Is it a day?
Yeah.
That is a
It's a
Bad
day.
We don't celebrate it.
That day.
Because we're cool.
Let's have a Tim Horton day.
Yes.
Now everyone knows we're Canadians, Danny. Thanks.
Yeehaw,
God
eh?
damn it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Denny, announcements. Go.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what I'm doing, guys.
Okay. So, for you people who don't usually show up here, I'd like to say hi, hello, welcome. I'm telling you this right now because I know our, not recent, our normal listeners, followers, etc., know about ETNL. It's a journalist site that works with game development
Sorry, I
bless you,
died.
and reviews games and anime and events and stuff. You can read articles from gamers who stream and give an honest opinion about their experience. You can follow ETNL on social media like Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and you can follow you can go onto their ETNL site, etnl.co.uk. And our pages and stuff. I really need to update my announcements. We have Twitch, twitch.tv/HeyDungeonMaster, which, if we're live right now, that's what you should be on. Congrats, you found it. YouTube, Hey Dungeon Master. That's where we'll put up all of our videos that we've already recorded. Instagram at Hey Dungeon Master, Twitter at HeyDM Official, Snapchat at Hey Dungeon Master, but Master has no E, so it's MASTR.
So it's spelled like a cool kid.
Kind of. Vaguely. Tumblr at HeyDM Official. There's nothing on it, sorry. If you would like to donate to us, we have a PayPal, and that would be much appreciated. PayPal.me/HeyDungeonMaster. That's spelled properly. And if you blah blah blah. I can't talk. Oh well. If you have any still can't talk.
Still can't say. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. If you have any announcements, questions, or inquiries, don't summon us.
So excited.
Email us at heydungeonmaster@gmail.com. And our next time we should be up, I believe, is on a Sunday, January 6th.
Here's Shin's character sheet.
Ah, thank you. And Shin isn't here today. Wait, Dylan isn't here today.
Shin isn't here either.
Laptop check.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
I'll plug it in. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Oh, eventually.
Hi.
Eventually.
I'm
Oh,
still
God.
Reese, still your dungeon master.
And our battery is still low.
No,
There
it's
we
fine.
go.
We're good. We're good.
Are you proud of my character sheet? Have you read it?
I haven't read it
Oh, read it.
because I was doing announcements. Okay, we're done announcements.
We done announcements. Okay, cool.
Oh. Happy New Year's
Year's.
eventually to people. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is generally the part where I start, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally.
Let's get into it. Let's go. Right up. Oh, there they are. For 2 seconds, I went, where are my dice?
Not
They
in
were
front of
sitting
you.
in front of me. One of which was in my hand. Anyways, sorry. I'm very distracted this morning.
What?
Ah,
What dark
No, we're
beast
good.
does slumber?
we're good. Maybe.
Is
Eventually.
that supposed to be red?
We'll be fine.
No,
Sharing
that.
screens. What? Yeah?
Okay.
It can also be blue
I was
sometimes.
gonna say it was blue earlier. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either. Oh well.
It's cryptic.
The speaker's still playing. We're fine.
Okay. When we left off last time, you guys had just experienced some fucking intense emotions, y'all.
Fuck you.
It
It
was
was supposed to be
so emotional. I sat by a tree.
You
That's
sat by the
watched
horses.
horses for an hour and a half.
Do you know how emotional those horses can get? They just stare at you and the other eyes go like.
Especially Bob.
Yeah, no.
Only Bob does that. The other horses are normal.
Bob
I
and
have
I
a
had
story.
Ooh.
5 seconds. No, not 5 seconds. A little while after we had stopped streaming, we were discussing conspiracy theories, and
Oh my god.
me, Danny, and Reese decided to go into a separate room to talk about our one conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And I
Oh, no.
realized something, and I looked at Reese, and I pulled my arm back, and I just about decked him.
I saw it. It was
Hi.
terrifying.
I
They
don't know.
jumped.
I wasn't included.
They jumped. They literally like.
I was like,
I'm
right.
really surprised.
That
Reese
was
didn't
so
get any more
cute.
I know
It was
stage
right there. It was-
frighting, and I wouldn't have actually hit you.
I bruised my elbow running away.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that was your fault, not me.
I hit my foot because I was in the way because I was eavesdropping.
Yeah,
But so was everyone else.
Back to the game. You guys had arrived at Kingsgrove, the featuring statue of some old making. Kiza had found herself in vision. Welcome to your vision quest.
Sneeze and die.
Hit you.
You mean me?
Bless you.
Oh.
In a vision quest that had ended quite emotionally. There had been a small kerfuffle between Jahala and Kiza, and then
Yeah,
Kiza had been
married now.
fucking
That's how that works,
yoinked.
right?
That is how it works. That's how lesbians work.
That's how lesbians work. You get into a fight and then you're just married. So.
Yep.
When's
Kiza
our
was
wedding?
Spring.
Kiza was
I
then
like winter.
I swear to fucking God, I have a knife right here. It's always ready.
What do you have?
A knife.
No.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Hey.
That's
hey.
a saw.
Ah! I'm in the
Wait,
middle.
wait.
I have a knife.
No.
No.
We're just trying to play footsies, Reese.
That was not footsies. We are not discussing this. I am trying to DM, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not far enough forward there.
Continue
Okay.
DMing.
Kiza had been yoinked into wherever the fuck she went. Had a small discussion of some sort.
Thanks, sisters.
After which she had fallen out of a tree on top of the party with a basket packed with provisions for the party. And Baz had come strolling over, mentioning that he had seen a tent, a familiar tent.
This dude fucking follows us everywhere. Fucking tired of him. Give me a fucking duck. Wow.
You bought the duck.
I know I fucking bought the duck because I'm stupid. I want to go buy another duck. Can we go, please?
You bought the duck.
I know, Charlotte. You want to go?
No. Well, yeah, actually.
No, not like that. I love you so much. Do you want to go see Ato?
I don't know what my brain just did, but it was very terrifying.
Is that you or is that Kiza saying?
This is me, because like I looked at my thing and I'm like, oh, what can I like throw at Baz? And so I was like, what can I throw at Baz? But instead of saying my Baz, my brain was like, what can I throw at Bakugo? And then I had this image of Baz as Bakugo, and I just had a mental crisis. But I'm fine now.
Guys with grenade launcher thingies on his arm.
In other news,
Don't
can I
go.
throw a broken mallet at Baz? No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Okay, I was like, please don't bully me again.
I give you the broken mallet. I'm like, here, can you fix it?
Roll
What am I
insight.
Can you fix my broken mallet?
19.
How big is the metal?
You're a dwarf. You know about stone. You could probably find a nice rock to
Sharpen
hit it with.
You know... Can't believe I'm gonna say this.
Jewel encrusted.
You know Tabix a blacksmith, right?
Oh, I pull you aside. Oh, I'm trying to like get on your good side. I'm like, I want whatever they have. I don't know what it is, but they have something interesting and I want it, so I'm gonna get on their good side. Oh, you know, I really don't. That Tabit guy, you know, he just.
What do you want from me that's out of character? Kids don't look at me dead in the eyes with that dragon snout. What do you want?
Because I fucking squats down.
Listen,
You're legitimately half her size.
I have kids. I know when they want something. What do you want?
Charlotte's just looking at the group like, guys, are we seriously just gonna ignore the fact that she just fell out of a tree from nowhere?
Charlotte, she's telling
Charlotte,
me
I'm
something.
telling them something. Charlotte, that's not to worry about.
Charlotte,
right
I'll buy you an apple.
Where did you see this tent go? Where did you?
Hi,
Hey,
this
DM,
is
where
our
did you
lovely
see the
map.
tent go?
It's across
This is the
wait,
grove.
Let me. Where are we? Where are we?
I was gonna
Okay,
explain
no.
that
Tell
before
me.
you took
Tell
it.
me I am Baz. Are you here?
You're at the top. There. Okay, that's
Alright. I sound like across the way. We just gotta go, well, you know, in this big tent. It says Ato with 3 letters on the top
That's
of it.
basically
Eagle Eye
what
Vision.
Jason would have said anyway.
Yep. Okay. Sweet. Bye. Fuck you. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Oh, I was like, nice talk. Okay.
I'm
Oh.
walking.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, Charlotte. I'll buy
I'm
you
just
an
leaving.
apple.
I don't want to talk about why I fell out of a tree. I just want to go.
Sure. So the group of you, completely ignoring the tree,
Fuck your tree.
makes your way out of Kingsgrove.
I get peed on by tree nun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think the Lorax would like that very much.
Next boss, his name is the Lorax.
I fight for the tree.
I was gonna say, he's voiced
Tree
by
say
Danny
fuck
DeVito.
you.
The trees say fuck you.
Sorry, Reese. You look like Danny DeVito right now.
Hot.
Danny DeVito, what the heck?
We found out that with bangs you look like Justin Bieber.
Whoa.
Okay, anyway. I want to go to the tent.
Yeah,
I don't
take
know
us
if
to
you
the tent.
deserve the 10 anymore.
Reese, take us to the
Hey, Charlotte, you want to hold hands so we walk to the tent?
No?
Damn. Okay.
Alright.
So the group of you exits Kingsgrove through the same little kind of. It's like a little like archway, like a lattice archway.
He just, like,
with a
under
nice
his, like, beard, he's
garden.
like-
It's pretty cute.
He's holding his own hand. Yeah.
The best.
But, like, under his beard. He's like... Anyway, continue.
Give me 2 seconds.
I'm
Anyway,
scared
how about
he's
Ray?
writing a note.
That's okay. It's fine. Oh well.
Also, I'm
So
sitting
the
too
group of
close
you-
to this. Like, I feel like I could, like...
Then
Scooch a little closer. You're
Thanks,
fine.
Danny.
You're welcome. So the group of you exits
Sorry.
the grove, finding yourselves next to the horses where you'd latch them up and stuff. Bob is. The rest of the horses are kind of like grazing almost. The Bob is just standing in the middle of them, alternating how he's sitting.
Oh my
Like he
God.
keeps shifting, like he's not quite in the comfortable spot. Which he is sitting upright like a dog. Like him and Kaz are having an intense eye contact as they shift, trying to find a more comfortable spot.
Guys, that fucking... Is this for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking horse been doing that for the past hour. You know how fucking weird that guy is?
I'm just scared because I just realized their wolf hasn't seen them since I kicked the shit out of you.
Oh right. Yuck. Oh. Right.
He just wheezed.
Yeah. That's okay. I ain't scared of no dog. Don't worry, I got you.
I'll kick a dog.
Cass kind of like he perks up when he does see you, and he's like, he does that thing where like his face like he goes from this kind of like happy like tilt, like him and Bob have bonded. Okay, they've bonded as brothers, and
I
and
feel
he
like,
looks
I feel
over
like
when
Kaz
he
is like
sees you, and
showing
like
him
there's
different
this
positions.
excited kind of like the dog like ears go down.
It's like,
And
Mom,
he's like,
what?
he paws over and stuff and starts sniffing and things, and then he like, just one big lick, just right up your face.
Instantly healed.
You heal 28 points because of dog cuteness.
Well, that would be above my max hit points.
You get temporary hit points. Good for you.
No, but the group of you, good morning. The group of you heads off towards the large silver tent that is currently stationed next to the road. It's in between a couple of the other different merchants you guys had passed on the way in. They sell mainly trinkets. The occasional cart is full of like little religious statues and such things. There's one cart that's pulled over. It says offerings for Kingsgrove. Buy them here. And it's got like a bunch of these tiny Kingsgrove figurines that are made out of different like woods and such that are being whittled out.
Wait, that religious thing. Can I make a perception check? But like, what the gods there are?
Make a religion check.
Religion!
Yeah. Wait, dice trick.
That's what I'm doing. I was
Okay,
just looking.
cool.
Is that
It's a 6.
7?
7?
You want me to try?
Godly ones. They look like vaguely. They're not very well made. So like you can't quite. You're not very familiar with quite like. Oh, okay, yeah.
not a gnat.
It's not a nap, but yeah, fine.
Give me 2 seconds.
Kizza, raise my wolves. Kizza, yes, the god of.
The wolves are highly religious.
The wolves are highly religious.
The wolves sacrificed my son to miracle.
Tea and wig.
I love you, Jasper.
Oh no.
Oh, you found your big binder.
What?
I just realized the duck.
What about the duck?
The duck's not with you anymore because
No.
it's with the little girl.
Yeah, the dead
You
girl.
never even used it.
No.
It
we
had
did.
no fucking purpose. What am I gonna do? Bad guy. Hey, catch! Whoa!
Yeah.
You needed to weigh
actually.
something down.
My dick? My ego.
You could tie rope around it and use it as a climbing thing.
I'm
You
a
could
dwarf.
Use it to open. You can use it to open up trap doors and stuff if you make it heavy enough.
Oh my
But are we that
gosh.
smart? The answer is no.
You can use it as an anchor.
That's so
There was a
smart.
lot of useful uses for it.
Yeah, but I'm not smart, so.
That is so useful. I never thought of this.
You could use it to con a man out of money.
Hey, look
I
at
can
this
use it for a
duck.
dead girl.
Yeah. You weighed down her body in her grave.
I didn't say catch. Watch her, she's
Okay.
like, poof.
Charlotte, I didn't say catch.
I didn't say catch.
Somewhere in the world, there's the ground over her grave just shifts slightly.
It goes over to Australia.
Sorry.
So they're a collection of they're kind of like, you know those little like statuettes of like Mary and Jesus and stuff you get, like the little. They're kind of like that type of deal. They're generally they all look pretty similar. They're kind of these heavily cloaked figures, almost like old priest monks. They've got, each of them has a different symbol kind of carved into the back. Variety of different things. You see what looks to be like an open book. You see what looks to be the sun rising over a small horizon. There's one that's got a crossed hammer and tongs. A variety of them. You do recognize most of them as just general gods that you know of Somerset. They use, they're very select in the gods that they worship. Just generally like that.
Wow, shit's boring. Where's this tent?
Watch as there's like miracle there and you're like, lame. Like I blow up and you're like, bitch.
It's still lame. Oh, wait. What? That's your what? You thought the actual god of death was gonna be.
He just
in
pops
the
out. He pops out. He's like, "Hey, Bess, guess what time it is?" I'm like, "Fuck, guys." Bye.
You see, there's a selection of a couple of them have been made into what look like almost necklace charms, and one of them catches your eyes. It's kind of like it looks almost like a playing card has been strung, except the playing card is made out of stone. On the one side of this little like rectangular card is features a domino on the backhand, with two dots like the snake eyes domino. On the other side figures it's not really a cohesive figure of a person. It's more like kind of a shadowy outline. There's no detail put into it, but you can kind of make out that it's a person. That one catches your eye a little bit, but otherwise there's nothing too exciting.
I want to touch it.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's cool to the touch.
Stone.
It's a rock.
Aubrey with a crystal. Don't touch the crystal. Touch the crystal.
No, it's cold to the touch. Kind of. You see the older woman kind of looks over and stuff, and she says, "Oh, yes, of course. Looking at Oladra's. Hey, good necklace. Very, very, very well selling this time.
This time.
This time of year, especially with the harvest coming up. Everyone wants a little bit of good fortune in their life."
Yeah,
You buy that, you're gonna fucking die.
I feel like I will die if I
Good
buy it.
fortune. You're like, oh, good fortune.
Or she buys it.
With
Hear
her
me out.
20
She doesn't die.
You do recognize Oldara is the Somerset, one of the gods of the sovereign host, and is the patent goddess of good fortune.
Sorry, I just realized someone we
So
actually
she's essentially a goddess of good luck.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's the one that like does a mock battle, right?
Oldara?
Yeah.
She's not one of the. Oladra.
God
She's
damn it.
not the.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That is the Lady of the Harvest.
Okay, I lied.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thanks.
Are you gonna buy it?
What? I'm not religious. I don't have any use for this thing.
You eat it.
Oh, crunchy.
Or that extra, like you need that one last piece in Domino's. You got that piece.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
You know those crunchy necklaces from like Dollarama?
Stop.
Just go like, Baz though.
Oh, the candy
Yeah.
necklaces. I thought you meant string bead necklaces.
Jason, that's not candy. What?
We got so far off topic.
Yeah. Anyway, Ato.
Yeah, I just want to go see Ato.
You're
I don't
like-
know. That's a cool necklace, I guess.
Only a few coppers. Oh, okay. Puts the necklace back down. You see a couple of
Wait,
other
was
people
she a
wandering
nice,
over.
like, old lady?
She's okay. She's kind of like she's got like the tone of a nice old lady, but she's kind of like one of those nice old ladies that's kind of a little bit offsetting, like just a little bit like.
Okay, no.
Do I get to insight check this lady?
If you want to.
Oh, yeah. I'll insight
She's your
check
mom.
this lady for you.
Do I need to insight check this lady?
19.
19.
Okay.
She's strange, like not in a like a bad strange way, but in that kind of like unsettling. She's not
gonna kill
You
us.
don't get a vibe that she means any harm or anything, but for sure there's like a little something's not the way it seems with her, not the way it should be. And you're not certain that it's like bad, though.
belong.
Yeah, one of the things is not like the other ones. It's not a bad thing, it's just a different thing.
Yeah, Malta's pretty weird.
Well, I want to go see Ato.
Okay, yeah. So you push through the kind of throng of carts and stuff. It's a little bit higher into the daytime now, so a couple more of the passerbys that you guys had either passed yesterday or you had seen vanish into Thornhall during your time when passing by there have started to flood down the streets. So there's a couple more people here. Kingsgrove isn't a major pit stop. It's something that people would see. It's like that big ball of twine, right? It's something you can do on a road trip to see, but like it's not something that people go out of their way to go visit.
My mom would.
I don't know if you're talking about like your actual mom.
My actual
okay.
mom. Not trying
But
to
it does see quite a bit of traffic just because of where it's situated along the main road to Westhold. So there is quite a couple of people now passing through, and you manage to make your way.
You're Jesus.
Sorry, continue.
What do you say? I know what you said.
I just remembered that thing about Charlotte, and I was like,
Yeah, that's why I just said Charlotte's Jesus. Okay, sorry.
shut the front door.
Okay. So the group of you make your way through the throng of people. Shin had elected to stay back with the horses, because you don't want to leave them alone for too long. A little bit worried.
Oh! You moved the table. Okay, what? Stop. Wait.
But you finally make your way through and come upon the site of the familiar silver tent that you guys have seen once.
Okay, great. I go in it.
Same.
We legitimately only seen Ato once?
Yeah, in Greenwich Port, you saw him once.
This is insane. Okay.
It's a silver tent, nicely done up. Kind of got this like little overhang that's being set out to block some of the nice midday sun. It has a sign hanging above the entranceway that does read Silverscales, Splendulous Sails, with a little set of those
What does
balancing scales.
Splendorous?
Splendorous?
Silverscales, Splendulous Sails.
What does that mean?
Splendulous?
Splendorous?
What is splendid?
It's an Ato thing, dude.
Okay.
Don't question the man.
I'm gonna question the man.
Can I roll
you-
to see if I know what that word means?
You enter into the familiar shop. It is, as always, packed to the brim. Just piles of things that reach up to the ceiling. Shelves stocked with all manner of strange items. You see, like, there's one shelf that's been dedicated to snow globes featuring trees. Just trees. There's another shelf further up that's got a bunch of, like, shoebox-shaped cubes made of glass. And inside each of them is some different type of insect. There's a couple of shelves. There's one shelf dedicated entirely to mismatched socks. Just one sock of each.
Go ahead.
I-
Go up
Okay, so am I in now?
There, yeah, the group of you standing in there. There is, as always, no one at the counter, but you do hear the faint rummaging of something in the back room. There's the familiar little silver bell on the desk. You can see that a board has been, like, nailed onto where the hole in the desk was from the duck when it had split the desk in half. It's being nailed together with a different colored board. You can clearly see, but, like, it's being covered a little bit. Like a nice little doily has been placed on it. It's not even close to being big enough to cover the board, but it's cute. There is a small little, like, not a tree, but like a wooden, almost cat post that has been set up, and on top of a little desk, around which is currently curled what looks to be a green cat.
Shahala's very confused.
Tree nut.
The cat, like, opens one eye, flicks an ear, and then closes the eye again.
I take out like a piece
I
of my
whistle.
rations and I'm like, tree nut.
I whistle, I'm like,
Why are we attracting a cat?
The cat opens one eye, sees the treat in that, opens the other eye, and then yawns, like, real nice and loud. It's got these killer fangs. And he kind of, like, gets up and stretches, does the cat stretch and stuff, and just kind of sits there looking at both of you, blinking slowly.
I
Ato!
go up and I start petting Trina.
The cat moves out of the way of your hand.
I saved
I-
your life.
I just kind of put the treat like in front of them in my hand, like
Fuck yeah.
treat.
It,
I
like,
finally
sniffs
got
it, but,
it.
like, doesn't take it at all.
Well,
Bez, you scream Ato, and you hear this muffled thump, and then oh shit!
here comes
And
Ato.
hurrying around the corner comes a small gnomish man. He's got kind of like a little, like, clock apron, It's got like little gears and stuff that have been stuck to different places. He's wearing a pair of goggles on his head. He's got another pair of goggles hanging around his neck, and then he's got these like glasses on with this like 30 different rims that you can plop down to make the like binoculars. And he comes around. He's got the binoculars are all on, so he's just got these big, huge bug eyes. He's silver-haired, kind of older gnomish man. Pretty cute, pretty adorable. Like, he's really small. And he comes around the corner and he goes, "Oh God, it's been too long."
I walk up to the
Kizza,
counter.
Charlotte, Baz. Now I know Tabik. You're new. Wait a minute, let me guess. Shahala? Darling, I didn't think you'd ever find her. Oh, thank God for that.
Okay, Ato's just racing the game.
Ato comes over and he pulls out this big, like, stepping stool, and then he climbs up like 4 steps so that he's standing eye level with you guys at the desk and stuff, and he's like, "Welcome back." Yes?
He wasn't a gnome before, was he?
No.
Okay, that's what
Can
I
I
thought.
inside check this motherfucker?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because I was like,
I mean, it's like
I don't know where he
fail
was.
now.
situation.
That one.
Not one.
It is so difficult to get a read on this man.
14.
Danny. Charlotte, like, you look at him, and like, it's strange because, like, he gives off the same kind of air as that woman outside, almost. Just, something's not right, but, like, it's not a bad thing that's not right.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, no, this is odd. He's got the same it's difficult to, like, to fake being Ato.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Is it Ato or is it Auto?
either or. He's a toss-up.
Okay.
He's got the same excitement. He knows everything as always.
Okay, you know what? Just gonna. Hey, Otto.
Yes, darling, Kizza. Oh my God, I have I got a new shipment in of trinkets, and oh my God, I'm so excited to show all of you. It's gonna be great.
That's wonderful, and I'm super excited to see all of it. I do have a question though. You were not a gnome the last time I checked.
He kind of like looks down stuff and he goes, "Huh, you were right. Give me 2 seconds." And he rushes back into the back room, and there's a slight poof, and then walking out comes the same human Ato you guys had seen before. He's wiping a bit of soot off the one side of his face. He tosses the goggles over to the side, flicks the glasses back up, and then he reaches up and he pets Trina, who is now curled around his shoulder. This fat pseudo-dragon, just this tiny little green fat pseudo-dragon that is just passed out in his shoulders. He
Oh, I
says,
thought it was a cat.
"Better?"
You were fine before, but yes, I do prefer seeing you in your true glory.
Yeah, people are always picky, you know. I don't understand that. It's nice to be fluid.
Except I'm pretty sure that's not his true,
Oh, probably not, but
no,
you know what?
no, it's definitely not.
Charlotte,
What?
you can just ask the man. I'm sure he's not gonna like throw you.
I mean, he could
picks up
if he
Charlotte.
actually if he actually is a Dragar, then he might just throw me. Are you a Dragar?
He like leans down and stuff and he goes, "Charlotte, sweetie, you feeling okay? You're a little warm.
I'm fine.
You stay right here." And he kind of starts like picking around on one of the shelves. He's,
Obviously, that's
"Fuck,
a
I
yes.
can never reach this." Drags the stool over to get to the top shelf. Pulls out a little like tiny little scroll. He goes, "This one, perfect." And he goes over and he goes, "I need you to read this to me backwards."
Oh no.
You open it up, it's one of those little eye charts.
W B D. Why am I doing this?
Don't worry about me a deception check?
Okay.
Because
Let's not use
Charlotte
that one.
can't read.
Fuck.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can I cast comprehend languages?
Would you like to?
Yes.
Okay. You cast comprehend languages. It's a bunch of pictures of cats.
Got
Why
'em.
did you want me to read this?
Just had to make sure if you were okay or not.
Cats.
Still can't read.
And then he puts it up there and he goes, "All right, darling. I've got just the thing for you." And he reaches under the thing and he pulls out a tiny little pocket handbook and stuff. And he slides it across the table and he goes, "This is called a journal. It's not really a journal. It's more of a manual, I guess." And he flicks it open and it's got a it's totally empty, but there's a table of contents and it reads a couple of different languages and stuff. And he says, "We've got Elvish, Dwarvish. We've got some Draconic if you're feeling a little fiery. We've got some Infernal."
Get it?
Addo, are you a Dracar or not?
No, darling, please.
Then how do you know about them?
Lovely manual here. This can help you to learn to read. Would you like it?
I know how to read.
Oh, okay. Well, slides it back under the desk and stuff, and he goes, "Well then, what can I help you all
This
with?"
is really funny because she's been trying to learn how to read Dwarvish.
She can't read it in general.
Yeah, no.
Oh boy. Got anything interesting?
Do I ever?
Dragar.
Okay.
He's so Dragar.
Okay.
Okay. You're so excited and I'm scared.
Dragon.
Okay.
What a really, really big dragon that's
Very overpowered.
OP.
I hope
I need you to roll me a
D100.
D100.
Oh wow.
whoa.
A D100. So
2d10.
I know what he said. I was just saying a lot.
A what?
A what?
wow.
Ow.
Hello.
10.
10. Okay.
No,
Wait,
no,
no.
2d10.
What?
2d10. That's just a d10.
No.
Yeah, that's you need.
That's 10. Did you roll 1 or 2? Roll another, and then
What do I do?
You roll both of these like that.
so then
This one will give you your 10s.
So that.
It's a 91.
I think that was a 60, but sure.
61.
Sure, Reese. Go off, I guess. That was a 60, definitely.
and that was a 1. So
61.
Okay. Ato reaches up on top of one of the shelves behind him and he grabs this tiny little shoebox and he puts it down and he opens it up and he starts rifling through a couple of what look like little jewel necklaces and such. Like there's one that's like a candy necklace and he pulls out what looks to be a small vial hanging from a golden chain
Oh no.
and he shakes it around and inside of this vial is this kind of like black liquid that just kind of sludges around slowly and stuff.
That was
and
in the
says,
Harry Potter quiz.
What?
Have you? There's an exact same thing in the Harry Potter quiz to find what house you're in.
what would you do if
A
you
black
drank
sludge?
this? I don't
Yeah,
know.
literally. And then you click it, and then you get Slytherin. Sorry. I know too much. Continue.
Okay. Go off, I guess.
I'll show
And he
you when
holds
we
it up
get break.
and he takes the vial and he's very careful about this stuff. He says, "All right, so this is a fun little contraption.
Of course it is.
It makes you to House Slytherin.
If you drink it, you lose your head.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That was a bad way to describe it, I realize now. If you drink this and you lose your head, you don't die. For an hour. As long as you can get your head back on the body, you're good to go."
So wait, you lose, like it. You drink it, and you just lose your head, and then you have
Let me paint you a word, Pictures. You're caught by guards after pickpocketing someone. They decide to execute you. You slug this down your throat beforehand, and then you go to the execution block and he cuts your head off. You don't die. You can do everything normally, except now you're two separate bodies. You're a head and the body. All your senses stay with whatever section they go with. And then as long as you reattach the head and the body within an hour, it goes back to normal and you're good. If you don't, then, you know those little, like, voodoo head things? Yeah.
What if...
An hour.
What if you put your head on the wrong way?
It's stuck like that.
Oh, it fixes itself. As long as the two parts are connected, they just auto-lock.
Does it have to be sewn on?
No, it fixes itself. Quite a
Otto,
weird substance.
Otto, that's great. I don't know what situation I'd need that for, however.
Well, if you were executed.
Why does it in 5 minutes your head gets cut off? And Reese is like,
I told you so. He's like, dumb bitch. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Drink that dumb bitch.
Also, it's fun to shake. It's kind of like a lava lamp.
You
What's
don't
a
shake a
lava
lava lamp.
I'm so glad you asked. And he puts it down. He reaches under the desk and he brings out a small lantern. And it's full of this vicious lava. And it just swirls around. And it gives off light. And he says, this is a lava lamp. It's a lamp with lava. And the lava moves. And he shakes it and he says, don't let it break. It does release 10 feet of lava in a pool.
Much like a jar of bees.
I said beans.
Jar of bees, you say?
No.
He brings out a small jar shaped like a bee and he says, shaped like
Otto,
a bee?
Otto, we need to.
Full of
There's a
jam.
bee?
It's good for holding jam if you want some jam and you want
Otto.
a toast.
Otto,
Okay.
you're a great fellow. Let's keep it going.
Okay,
Something.
we're going.
Yeah.
We're just going. He puts the jam down. And he reaches back into the thing and he starts moving around again. And he pulls out this time.
Something.
Sorry, let me
Just give Reese a bit.
Thank you. The quick little second.
I believe in you.
Jar of bees. It's a bee.
He pulls out just a string, just this long string, and you guys are sitting there for like a good minute as he pulls this large kind of like chain out. And at the end of the chain dangles a little monocle. It's got this kind of gold little golden kind of tint to the lens and stuff. He says, so this is a monocle.
I got that part.
It's a fun little thing. You use it and you look at people and you can tell exactly what they're weak against and strong against. One little drawback. The magic kind of, it lets you know that, but it also makes it your problem.
What?
So, like, say you're up against the fire giant. And you put it on, and you know that he's resistant against fire. And you're resistant against fire.
And you know he's lactose intolerant, and now you're lactose intolerant.
He's susceptible to ice. You're susceptible to ice. That sort of stuff.
He has cancer, you have cancer.
Oh, no. Exactly. You share the burden.
Someone do that to me, please.
It's not half.
Just buy it.
And,
No, for me.
you
real
have
life.
it until it dies. So, be careful what you look at.
It dies.
Yeah.
Oh, Otto. Before we move on from this conversation, I pull out my rock.
He puts down the thing and, like, just looks at it and goes, holy shit.
Bleh.
Can I touch him?
Yeah, you can.
What do you want for him?
No, what?
Puts it back in the thing, reaches back into his bag. He pulls out.
Otto, I don't want anything for him. He's my pet. Otto, you're gonna have to do a lot.
He pulls out a small potion full of this kind of orange fizzy liquid, kind of like an orange pop almost, and he shakes it and he says, if you're ever wet, this'll dry you off.
Otto, no.
It's like a drying machine.
Otto,
You
no.
go for a swim in your clothing and your armor, you drink a little swig of this, totally dry, even press the linen.
Otto, no, I'm not trying to sell him. I'm trying to figure out what he is.
You don't know what it's not worth this if you don't know what he is.
This is a dragger.
This is baby Dragar. So basically,
Tell you what, you pay me 3 gold and I'll tell you what he is. Awesome. He goes,
It's a
picks
rock.
it up and he goes, this, ladies and gentlemen, and he puts it down and then spins it around and goes, he goes, is a rock familiar.
oh what?
He's a rock elemental, but they're a little bit tough to carry around, so he's been shrunken down. Don't know who he is, but
How do I get him to grow?
I'm sure with a little bit of training.
Oh my god.
I take him.
You got a good man.
I put him down on the ground. I like take him out of the cage. Wait, can he walk?
It's a rock. He like
Can
tumbles.
he run?
Oh.
Oh no.
You've been carrying him around the entire time. You don't know if
You
can
know
ride.
when you have like a snowball and you just kind of like push it. That's what he does.
I take it out of the cage and I put it on the ground and I like kind of stand to like be like, don't run away.
Oh god, please don't activate him in here. I don't have enough room space for that.
See?
And he just starts boom, 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 waddling around the shop. And he runs into a chair at one point and he goes waddles around the chair. Boom, 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 boom,
He's,
boom,
I
boom,
love
boom.
rock Kirby.
I
I
go-
love hard Kirby.
I run up after him, but like I'm running like with my hands down like this, like a child would, and I run up after him and I'm like, wait, do you want a leash? How do I take care of you?
Oh, they're generally okay, well, I can't say smart. They're really not very smart.
He
but
shakes Otto.
they learn pretty well. So like basic commands they'll get.
Sit.
Flip.
Sit.
Flip.
I push it down slightly. I'm like, sit.
It doesn't sit so much as its legs just retract into its body. And it just sits there rocking back and forth and goes flip.
Stand. I did it! I'm so proud of him.
Flip, 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 flip. Just starts the same kind of like shaking vigorously.
Oh my god! He's so beautiful.
What?
I pick him up. I'm just holding him.
Okay, yeah, he's just vibrating back and forth.
He grows. He's like,
He gross crushes me.
He still has a voice.
Yeah.
oh, there's a sexy one.
Oh, that's the
Stop.
one I want.
Stop. Otto goes, alright, so that's one deal made. Who's next?
Me, because Jason has to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Or you can go to the
Anything
washroom.
particular? The monocle? Dry potion? No? Nothing? Okay, let me see what I got. And he reaches under and stuff and he pulls out a pair of slippers.
Does this thing eat?
Looks at me and goes, you know, I've never thought to ask. So they're kind of like these tiny like bath slippers, except they've got like a nice like pattern of what looks to be like a dwarvish face, almost like the beard and helmet and stuff. And the bottom of the slippers, rather than having like the smooth surface, they've got like mountain climbing boots, like the spikes. They're spiked at the bottom. And he says, "You never slip in slippers like these."
You know, Ado, I'm interested in those. Do you have anything else dwarvish or yakinish?
Let me see.
Pulls out Fairness. Why am this?
I love it.
Miracle? Life-size miracle cutter?
Boom.
No, just a cutout.
Boom. Still. He comes in. He's like, "Joke's on you."
He reaches into
the
a
eyes.
box and he pulls
He
out
pulls
what
out
looks
a body pillow. It's a Paranessa in like
Baz
her launch-
body pillow.
No, it's a. I will explain it. It is a body pillow, but it's just Faranessa
Stop
from.
flipping me off.
No, it's Faranessa from a photo shoot she did with Miracle. So it's Faranessa and Miracle like on top of each other, like, oh hello, and it's like a couple's body pillow.
Copyright
the
trademark
set.
of the Penguin Mining Company.
I start crying.
Royalties go to them.
They're both wearing rings.
He pulls out a small pouch That's kind of tied with this. It's a nice like light blue, and it's tied with kind of golden threads and stuff. He says, "I've got some rune stones."
What do they do besides I think I know what they do? What do they do?
Opens the pouch and he pulls one out and says, "Depends on the rune stone. He's got one right now that's kind of like a almost entirely circular disc. It's got this kind of swirly rune on it." And he says, "They hurt a lot when you get hit in the face with them. This one is, let me see."
Did you catch it?
This one is a force one, I think. It's, here, let me just, I think I've got an extra one in the back, and he ties it up, and he runs into the back quick, and comes back with, an identical looking one. He goes, "Who wants to be the test subject?" Baz?
Yes.
He goes, "Whoop," nails you in the face with this thing, and there's a second where it just, like, makes contact, and you can't see, like, nothing happens, and it's just kind of Ato sitting there with his hand up to hold this rock to Baz's face, and then all of a sudden, Baz, there's a, like, the pop that your ears do when you come through atmosphere, and Baz goes flying across the shop, whacks into one of the tent poles, and just slides
Why
down.
does this happen fucking every time?
He's now got a small swirl of an indent, kind of just like when you sleep on your glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
That, but like of the little swirl on the rock, and you watch as the rock crumbles to dust in his hand. He says, "That's what they do."
How many is there in there?
Danny, you spilled your...
Let me see. We have
Sorry.
6 in this one. You can get other ones, but I happen to only have these 6.
Okay, do you have anything? Do you have like
I'm
yakin
getting you
anything?
napkins.
Okay.
These are from Yakin. Or not Yakin specifically. I think they're from the town next door. I'm not sure.
That's a very big possibility. Anything? Hey, come here. You got anything like Miracle or like? Have you ever heard of someone named Baronessa? Miracle.
I know of Miracle.
What is Miracle's last name?
He's a god.
Yeah,
I know of. Yeah, no, I'm not
Anything
stupid.
him?
I do know of
Okay,
him.
anything him?
He kind of starts rifling through a couple of things.
Thanks, Joe.
Chloe tried to throw something at me, so I threw French vanilla at them.
I watched that transpire.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Daddy, put your cock down and just catch it."
I thought it was empty enough, but it
Do you
is
have like
empty
a
now.
dartboard or something I can like?
I don't have anything miracle. He's like reaching around, and he reaches a shelf that's just full of like little mugs and stuff, and he says, "I've got this mug. It's the empty mug.
What?
It's always empty."
That has nothing to do with Merkel whatsoever that I know of.
Look, it's got a gem in it. That's dwarvish.
Oh, it's on my phone too.
And he
Oh,
like
sorry.
places it down and stuff, and he says, let me show." He brings out a small a canteen of water and stuff. And he says, "Always empty." Pours it in, and just like as it touches the bottom of the mug, it just dissipates into vapor.
Are you saying you can shove Merkel into it and it'll be non-existent?
Nothing liquid stays in the mug.
What about
It's
solids?
always empty. Pours it. There's
solids?
nothing in it. I haven't tried.
What about gases?
Why would you put solids in the mug?
Okay, I want the runes.
Wait.
I've been told to wait, Aisle.
I believe I never threw out the core of the apple I ate. I'm gonna put the core in the mug.
Sure, yeah, no. Like, as it goes in, as it touches where the rim would be, almost, it just disappears.
I want to stick my hand in it.
No, don't do
Stick your other pinky in it.
Is Charlotte missing a pinky?
Yeah.
They're left.
That was an unfortunate crit one.
Many great ones.
Ato, what if you put like a limb in there?
Don't do that.
Let me see. And he goes rifling in the back, and you hear the same kind of... You don't know what's in the back of this fucking tent, or why it has a back anyways. but there's enough rifling whenever you guys visit him that there's gotta be just row upon row of boxes that are totally unevenly stacked because you hear like 7 things clatter to the ground. He keeps going, fuck, shit, fuck, ow! I didn't even put that up there.
Me.
Meanwhile, Treenut has kind of like, who had managed to slink off of his shoulder while he was talking to you guys, has now walked his way over to the like cat perch, and him and the cat are sitting like opposite to each other and just kind of glaring.
Wait, the cat isn't. Oh.
That's
It's
why
just
I
a
got
random green
confused.
cat.
Why is there a green? Okay, I'm gonna have to ask Otto when he gets
That's
back.
okay, I'll pick Trina up.
And finally there's a ha-ha! And Ato comes running out of the room. He is once again a gnome now. There's been some sort of poof during the time, and he's got the same apron on and everything, and he comes running up, and he places a box on top of the thing, and he peels off the like lid of the box and just reaches into what is essentially a basket full of severed limbs. There's just a bunch of fingers and toes, and he pulls out one toe and he looks around and he says, "Oh no, this one's from Greg. I'm not getting rid of Greg's toe."
Greg?
And he grabs
Oh,
another
no.
one, and there's like a little heart tattooed onto the
We had
toe.
the same thought.
Are we gonna?
Okay,
Yeah.
it's time to go. And he pops Ramelda's toe into the mug and just disappears as it hits the rim.
Ato,
And he
are
holds
you
it up
sure
and
it's not like
shakes
a pocket
and
of
goes,
holding or anything?
You know, I've never investigated. I'm a little worried, because, like, if you send something in to check, if it's not a pocket dimension, you're fucked.
Don't do it.
You want it?
Can I get the rune and that thing?
Sure. Anything you want to buy, you can buy.
How much?
Let's see, the Mug of Possibilities is gonna run you 4 gold.
Okay.
The Ruined Stones will run you 10.
Okay.
So 14.
Okay, go.
Pockets them in.
18 minus
Tosses them
14?
over. Do you want them gift wrapped?
Yeah.
Little box and a bow.
Hey, Otto.
Yes.
Where did this cat come from?
Okay, now go pee.
Oh! I'm cat sitting for a friend.
Who's the friend?
Yeah, who's the friend?
Oh, lovely little girl.
While Kizza's distracting Ato, I'm going in.
What are you doing?
I'm going in! We may or may not have made a plan. Kizza's gonna try to keep Otto's attention, and they're gonna book it behind the counter because every time he goes behind the counter, he changes, so we wanna know what the fuck is happening.
Okay, yeah. You roll me. Are you just going or are you stealthing there?
Stealth.
I can stealth, yeah.
Please
Okay,
stealth.
roll me a stealth check.
Danny, do well on this one roll. Okay. That's... She's not the worst. She's not the worst you've done, Danny.
It's not 15.
15. Okay.
Too bad.
It's not too bad.
So you dart behind. Ato is talking to you. Behind the counters, there's kind of like it's not a beaded entryway, but like a little like bit of silk that you kind of push out of the way, a curtain kind of, and you push into what is essentially a warehouse.
I put
It is
Trina down.
what looks to be almost an endless, just it stretches out of sight, far any direction, just row upon row upon row of these shelves that reach up what has to be 70 feet easily into a dark kind of overhead. You can't see where the shelving ends, and they are just stacked one upon another with boxes and loose trinkets and strange objects, just absolutely cluttered with things. There's a carpet that's hanging off one of the shelves, and like 4 other carpets that have been propped up next to it. There is a section completely devoted to like deer heads. There's one section that's got like what looks to be a bunch of stuffed animals. But they've all got like, instead of having like eyes sewn into them, they've got like gemstones.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different capes and gloves and gauntlets and stuff. Put my blanket down.
I'm cold.
Get a different one. There's a bunch of just random shit. Just the weirdest collection of things. You see one section of the shelves that are entirely devoted to what look like trashy romance novels. And they're all about a dryad.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
What's your trash?
Not my- not
It's
my
like
dryad.
it's like a 70 book epilogue about this one dryad who's just got ridiculous amounts of luck or bad fortune when it comes to love.
So apparently Charlotte's
Fucking-
looking through
you
trashy
like-
romance books?
You
No,
pluck one
no.
off the shelf because you're curious and stuff, and it reads edition 43, twigs and stuff.
Okay, no.
Charlotte,
I'm looking for history books or any rooms.
Okay, yeah, no.
what's in here?
You walk up and down the aisles. You don't manage to find any runes or anything. You do find what looks to be a couple of books on assorted histories. There's a history of Somerset, there's a history of Nazar, there's all types of just different countries and their histories. There's a couple of books on different religious orders, different factions and such, just a conglomeration, like a good 3 or 4 shelves that have been dedicated to just these long history books.
I know Tavik found one of Ato's journals. So I'm gonna see if Charlotte can find any of those.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, roll me a
Did I
perception.
really?
Investigation. Sorry.
No, you didn't tell us, I don't think.
I think Danny might have done something to figure it
Danny,
out.
is that a 1?
No. That's
Okay.
a 13 plus perception, 18.
You poke around for a bit and you manage to find what looks like a trunk that's got a couple of books that you kind of slough off, try and open it up. Trinette has left at this point. At some point during your walks up and down these rows upon rows of shelves.
That's okay.
Trina
I dropped
had
him off
slumped
at
off.
the beginning of the warehouse. We're all good.
Okay. You open it up. It is a collection of what looks to be a bunch of leather-bound journals. They've all got the kind of they're thrown together. There's a couple of papers that are sticking out of each of them, and each of them has a small Silverscales stamp in the bottom corner.
Which one looks the oldest?
You kind of rifle through. There's one at the bottom that is nearly crumbling. You'd have to be careful to not destroy it, but it is readable.
What is
Not to Charlotte.
What does it say? I still have comprehend languages on.
It doesn't have a title.
Okay.
It has an edition number on the front, which reads 764.
Okay.
And you open it up and you flip through, and the first couple of pages are mainly manuscript, kind of pages just unraveling about different places and visits to these small towns, new people he's met. There is a large portion of the book that is being set up just to record who he's selling to, stuff like that. There's no dates for quite a couple of pages, and you do manage to find one sale that is dated. It is to a Mr. Carmichael Mirage, and it is dated for what is nearly 8,000 years ago.
Fuck.
It
Take
mentions
the fucking journal
it
and put it in your
mentions-
bag and go.
it mentions the sale of a lamp in Nazar.
What does he map, ma'am? Oh my fucking god, Danny, just take the book.
I'm taking that book.
Take one more to be safe.
One more.
The second oldest or something like that. I don't
The
know.
third.
The third oldest? Okay. There's one that's marked edition 883 that you managed to swipe as well. There's only a couple of editions in here. You don't see what must be the newest one. The newest one that you can find is marked about 10 years ago. But you do kind of rifle through for the oldest and stuff. There's years missing in between every once in a while and stuff, and you do manage to find 800.
So, is Otto still distracted?
Otto is currently talking to you.
Great.
What was he talking?
About cats.
Cats, yes.
Ato's
I
at
heard
least
everything.
8,000 years old.
I heard everything.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah, no, honestly, we haven't known each other for very long, but she had to go on some business for family, and I said I'd take care of her cat. She hates being parted from and loves the thing dearly, but you know how it is. You can't always take a cat into hell, but...
Fair. That's fair.
Parents don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it.
Anywho, Charlotte almost done back there, or whatever.
I'm looking for religious things that look super.
Trina has at this point slunk back to the curtain stuff and kind of winds its way up to sit on his shoulder, like nudges down and nudges him in the cheek and says, "Okay, Trina, why don't you go get her before she gets lost in there? We don't want anything finding her." And then he sends it off, and Trina slinks back into the curtain, like gives like a as it has to pick itself back up and waddles back through the curtain.
Trina's a bitch.
Wait, is Trina fat or is it the cat that's fat?
Trina is fat.
Okay.
The cat's kind of slim, almost kind of athletic, very bushy tail.
I don't mean to pry, but I am very curious. Why exactly do you change every time you go back there?
You know, it's you people are so confined to your races these days. Back in my day, we used to go wherever we wanted is wherever we wanted, and nobody would bat an eyelash. I mean, honestly, it's so much easier to blend in and sell things when you're part of the community. Look, I don't like to change all the time, but you know how it goes. You make one wrong deal here, and suddenly you're not allowed to show up as this race there anymore because they'll know it's you, and this and that, and all this. A big lot of things. Honestly, sometimes I just can't keep hold of it. Now then, Shahala, do you want something from my box of magical tricks and gadgets and gizmos?
Oh, yes, she does.
She's gonna like first start off and be like, "How do you know who I am?"
Darling, when you've been around as long as I have, you know things that are important. Now then, I think I've got the perfect thing for you. And he reaches down into his little like boxes and things. He's ruffling around the thing, and he pulls out a collection of 3 different items. One of them is a pot, a metal pot. One of them is what looks to be like, it's like a vase with a bouquet of flowers in it.
That's what Shahala needs.
And the last one is a small like jewelry box, like not like a jewelry box, but like those little openable ones that you put like necklaces and stuff in. And it's a kind of cute little green color, and he slides them across and says, "Which one you want to hear about first?"
She's very conflicted because she's not really one for like girly stuff, so she's just really confused because she just has like so many questions, like, how did you know that I was supposed to join these guys, and like, why is this important, and who are you?
Dear me, I have not introduced myself, have I? I'm Ato.
None of these guys have either, so.
I'm Ato. It's lovely to meet you. I run Silverscales sales, as you know. Trina is currently catching Charlotte somewhere in the maze before she gets lost. This is the cat I'm cat sitting. Lovely little fellow.
I figured that out.
He does like to bite, unfortunately. And he kind of looks at, you now realize he's got a couple like bandages around his fingers and stuff. He says, "Only the left hand. Don't know what it is." And he goes, "As for your other questions, you know, Magavi doesn't really tell me anything, but like..."
Wait, who's Magavi?
Madam McGarvey! Otto, do you happen to know where, Miss McGarvey might be, perhaps?
Do I ever not? No fucking clue. I saw her in Greywich a couple of months ago. Same time I saw you guys. Let's see. I think she was heading Nazar bound, but I believe if I've heard right, something happened on the way there and she had to turn around. I'm not certain where she is right now. I could send out a bird if you'd like.
Where are we going again? Ashire?
Yeah,
Cash
Carsmell.
Cashar.
Yeah.
Cashar. Would it be a trouble to just ask her if she could possibly meet in Cashar?
Oh, darling, I can send a bird to see where she is, but Madame McGarvey goes where Madame McGarvey is pulled. You can't... The thing about oracles is you can't really go where you want. You gotta follow the flow of the future. As far as she puts it. I think really that she's just kind of wanting to hit up her favorite band. She kind of follows them around a lot. They're a good band, so no shame there, but you know how it is. Anyways, Shahala, sweetie darling, lovely. Which one should we begin with?
She just looks annoyed because she's never been offered stuff like that, so she's just I don't know. Surprise me.
Alrighty-o, let's see. Pot first. So, this is a nifty little tool.
It's a pot.
It's a pot. Cooks things. You know? Look, here, let me,
You don't have
does
to
anyone
demonstrate.
have, oh, wait a minute, I think I've got, perfect. And he reaches down, he grabs, this little, packet, and it reads, dried apples. And he tears open the packet and he pours them in, and there's a second and he goes, and flips the pot, he does the thing you do with the frying pan, but with the pot instead, and just boop, 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 7 apples come back into the pot, swirling around and stuff. And he says, instantly cooks things. And you can see the apples are steaming slightly. And he cuts them open, they're nice golden brown, crisp.
Charlotte has gained 7 baked apples.
Baked? I don't want apples that are high.
It basically heats things up. But it's useful for cooking.
I don't need it. I eat stuff raw.
Okay. No fire needed, no water or anything.
Next.
Okay. Shoves that out of the way. He just kind of tosses it behind him and it clangs into one of their shelves.
That's what clang sounds like.
Yeah.
Clang, clang, clang.
Clang, 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 clang. He points at the bouquet of what look to be these bright orange lilies. And he says, nifty little tool this. Fire lilies, we call them. Let me just, and he picks one up gingerly. And he grabs it and he says, don't really know how to show this one off. Can't go outside, that would scare the civilians. You know what? Follow me. And he turns around and he stalks behind the curtain.
Just me, or does everyone get to go?
Everyone can come. And the group of you follow behind into this same kind of maze, and he makes his way down. Shirley, you've been wandering around for what feels like half an hour before Trinette finds you.
I'm still trying to look for super old religious shit.
Yeah. No luck. There's you've passed the same row of pelts that have been laid out, but they're totally whack animals, just entirely non-existent creatures. There's what looks to be a zebra, but it's got the horn of a unicorn and the
Zebra?
A zebra?
Zebra.
This is a gun!
It's got the horn of a unicorn and the tail of a hippo.
Well, I mean, technically, in terms of Canadian talk, it would be zebra.
It would be a
Zebra.
okay.
Zebra.
Zebra.
Zebra, what's up, man?
Zebro. Okay.
But you've passed this. It's just a conglomeration of these totally non-existent animal pelts.
They tried
the really shitty cryptids, but they're done so well. You're were these actual animals at one point?
they tried blinking at one point to see if it helps, but
You blink and immediately go back because it is just like the most psychedelic thing you've ever seen. You blink into the ethereal plane and it's just a bombardment of these like not screams but just like loud yelling, different voices and stuff. There's a bunch of different colors. You can see things moving around at the corner of your eye. It's just fucking horrific.
They end up falling on the floor like blinked, like they're high.
Yeah. And Treenut finds you finally and kind of leads you. And you join up with the group that is now stalking down the hallways down the rows. You guys pass into this. It is just a strange place. There's just so much shit in here that you do not need. And he finally finds what looks to be a small door, and he pulls it open and it leads into what looks like a small room, a small black room. And he walks over to the center of the room and he says, "Okay, everyone to the sides of the room, please. We don't want anything getting hit."
Sounds like Harry Potter.
What are you, a fan of Harry Potter? God.
And
I love
It's like
Harry
you know everything.
he tosses the he tosses the flower down onto the center of the room, and he backs up and he says, "Okay, we need a command word. Shahala?
Fuck.
Wonderful." And then he goes, "Fuck." Does that?
Yeah, sure.
He goes, "Fuck," and the fucking flower explodes.
Oh.
This huge
Everyone together.
ball of fire just
Fuck.
surrounds it, and then whoop, sucked back in, and the flower's gone. Says, "So, yeah, fireballs, they explode. Useful if you want to explode something. Just be careful. You said a command word, it will kill you.
We're walking Baz trips. Fuck! Boom!
Bye-bye."
Oh no.
We say
Oh,
fuck
no.
so many times.
You're gonna TPK us all.
Oh shit.
Boom! No. Any swear word just.
Can I change a different word?
Of course, that was just for that flower.
Oh, thank
You
God.
can set them separately.
Oh. Bless.
They can't be changed once they've been done, but
Okay.
otherwise.
Can we
what was
name
the
one
last item?
Baz or just plant it on Baz?
He brings you guys back. You guys take an entirely, it's the same route, like it's the same straight section, but the shelves are totally full of different things at this point. It's like this moon, it doesn't move around, but everything else does.
Can I try to like take
So-
something?
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You have to roll or anything, or do I just
No,
like...
you're just taking something off the shelf?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a D100.
Oh god.
See what you grab.
Oh, I want to take something off your shelf.
Is that 9?
Is
Zero.
it just
90.
90?
Unless you want it to be 9.
90.
90?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you grab what looks to be like a, not a vase, but like a jug. It's got this kind of like pink bubbly liquid almost kind of dripping down the side of it. And Ato like doesn't even look behind him when he calls back, "Bubble jug! Fun! Glues your mouth shut. 10 minutes unless you can find something to drink. You need something to drink afterwards if you want to be rehydrated. Otherwise, don't drink it naturally."
It's perfect for Baz.
Says, "Good if you need to make something quiet." And he keeps walking, just strolling down the center
I
of this
want
aisle.
to pick something up. What the
Yeah, I put the
frick?
thing back and I want to pick something else up.
Yeah, you pick it up, put it back on
Do I
a
have
different
to-
shelf. Yep.
I got a 42.
46! Oh my god.
Whoa.
The two of you reach for the same thing at the same time.
We're like, oh, sorry.
Who
Oh,
gets some? You can have it.
No, you have it. No, you
no,
have
you,
it. No,
no,
you have it. Oh
no,
my
you,
god.
Oh my god.
Nobody takes it.
Charlotte takes it.
You pull a bar of soap down.
Me?
Yeah,
Well,
the
I mean,
two
both
of you
you guys grab
pull
it.
the same thing of soap down, and you're both holding it. It's this kind of like pinkish color. It's got this band of wood around it to hold it together, with a little triangle on it. And Ato calls back again, "Everclean soap. Wash your mouth out after poison, and it's gone."
That's useless to me.
I
drop it in your hands, and I keep
two of
walking.
you who are resistant to poison.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I yeet it. And I
Wait,
wake up.
wait,
It
no,
just
wait,
goes
wait.
flying off into the shelves. You hear
Wait,
it.
can we have a bat ending moment? We both at the same time look at each other. We're like, trash.
And like it goes sailing into the darkness of these fucking shelves. You hear it clank against a couple of things before this boom is this like whatever this thing is, gigantuan heavy thing just collapses on the floor. Some of the shelves shake around you and stuff. And Ato says, "Well, better check on that later."
I'm gonna grab one more thing.
I grabbed something else too.
It's the
42.
it's the same one.
Damn it, it's the same number.
You reach over
40.
again on the other side of the shelf and you pull off the Everclean. So again,
48.
48. The both of you look at each other as you both, on opposite sides of the shelf, pull out the same soap.
Okay, 99.
99, okay. 50.
No, that's 5.
It was 0 and 5.
If it's 0, 0,
it's-
it's 5.
Oh, well then 5.
Yeah, I messed up on the last one.
Okay.
As you pull a small box, like a glass box, full of these grayish pills, he says, invisibility pills. They're a bit finicky, but they do work well enough.
I take it and I like put it in my fanny pack.
That'll cost you 7 gold at the till.
I yeet it at him. I yeet the 7 gold.
Catches it, pockets it. Kiza, you pull down a book.
Oh.
It's this bluish book.
How to
It's
be
kind
a
of-
lesbian.
Well, don't eat this.
God damn it, I took that already.
It is kind of a tattered looking book. It's got a blue bookmark inside of it. And it says something in you're not quite familiar with the language. It doesn't look like a proper language so much as it looks like runic sigils. It's kind of tattered, so like a bit of the cover is missing and some of the pages being ripped out and such. But it does look to be a spell book.
Otto.
Book of spells!
It's a fucking book of
Never
spells.
tried it, but it's in a bit of bad condition, so I can give you a discount.
Why not?
Perfect, okay.
25 gold.
It's 30 regularly, so just 20 for you guys, and with the family discount, that's 15.
Okay, sure.
Family discount. Family and friends discount.
I got a book.
Watches where his children. He's our uncle. He's our uncle.
There. I've got a spell
Hi,
book
Daddy
now,
Otto.
I guess.
He's the dunkle.
Don't make fun of my lisp.
He dunks on all.
Oh,
Oh my god, it's Caitlin!
Hi.
Hi, thanks for
Who's
subscribing.
I love you, Caitlin.
wait, is that Caitlin like
yeah,
our Caitlin?
yeah.
Oh my god, my wife!
That scared me so much.
I was like, who just fucking resub like bitch?
Thank you for subscribing.
I love you,
Thank you.
Caitlin!
He's your dunkle. He dunks on all your uncles.
Alright, are we out of the room yet?
Yes, no, you guys finally
Okay.
reached the end of the corridor. Trinid at some point has found his way on top of Otto's head, who is still a gnome. He's just this tiny little thing, just leading the group of you ahead. And you finally exit back out into the thing, and he goes, 2 seconds, just gotta check something, and he dips out the front of the tent, and he goes, okay, everybody back into the back corridor, will be 2 seconds. And he pushes the lot of you through the curtain, closes the curtain, kind of sits there humming for a second, opens the curtain again, checks the tent, and goes, okay, we're good, everybody come back on. Sorry, the tent likes to move sometimes.
I just realized that I'm still like with one hand holding this rock.
Yeah.
Where's his cage? Where did I
It has
put it?
managed to grab one of your coins during the time when you had like gotten them out, and is currently chewing on it. Just
Okay, sure, he can
it
have
has
it.
manifested a mouth to chew on a coin.
It's fine, he can have it.
He's just
Does he grow? Does anything happen?
he just eats the coin.
Okay, does he feel better?
You see this little like spherical thing of gold pops out on like the right side. He's got like essentially what's like a beauty mark but gold.
I love him.
What are you? Okay.
Fat Kirby.
Alright, last item.
I put him in the cage.
Kirby's already
Okay,
He's back in the cage.
he leads the rest of you guys around to the front, and he pushes forward the nice. It's kind of like an evergreen kind of color, and he pops the lid of it open, and inside is this intricate ring. It's made with this kind of.
It's meant to be our spring wedding.
It's this silvery color. It's got what looks to be a small blue crystal that is kind of entwined between a couple of
blue. Who you see?
Like a light blue crystal. It's almost see-through, and it's
my
entwined with a couple of different like silvery threads almost around it. And he says, "Ring of memories. It's like drawing a picture and then sharing the picture with people. Essentially, you choose a moment and you record the moment and you can share the moment.
It's like a camera.
Yeah, it's like a video recorder, but it's only got a 5-minute window of time.
Can it be used, like, if someone can't remember memories?
It doesn't go backwards, no. It's here." And he grabs the ring, and he slides it onto his finger, and he goes into the back room and stuff. And there's you guys are sat there for about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. There's kind of this rustling in the back. And he comes back and he pops the ring off and says, "Who wants to try it?" Bez, okay.
It's always Bez.
Bez, you slot the ring on, and all of a sudden, Ato goes, "Speak." And there's a flash of blue on the outside of your vision, and suddenly you are standing in the back room, watching from Ato's perspective as he starts to order a bunch of stuff on the shelves. He's just moving a couple of dolls around and stuff, and he moves 2 of them to the side, and there's a little chalkboard that he's written, "Fuck you," on the chalkboard.
He's like,
and then he goes, like, as you're seeing from his perspective, as he points at it and points back at himself, and he's like,
"I do this
and
every morning."
He pushes them back together, and then you see him turn towards the curtain, and the memory flickers and dissolves out, and you're standing back in the thing, and he says, "So, you essentially see the memory. It gets hazier the farther away from the original keeper of the memory you go. You can only hold one at a time, but, so if you want to store a new one, you can record over top of it, but it gets rid of the last memory that was stored in there."
Guys, I kind of like to
So
fuck
it
you.
has to be like a memory that's like current, not past.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look back in memories. It just kind of holds memories that you experience now.
Fast forward to 5 years from now, and it's the big boss, and we're like, "Here, catch!" And then he
The
puts
big
it on,
boss is like,
and right before he gets killed, he sees like.
You'd have to have Ato standing in the room for it.
No,
He
no,
is the big
All
boss.
he sees, that's not fuzzy. It's just
We put all of the items that we've gathered from Ato up until that point in a circle, and we start praying. And
Summon
Ato
Ato.
summoned.
Otto is the big boss, and he puts it on. He's like, "Oh, I love that memory."
I
And he
want
dies.
I have a matching one, and he points at the little one. It's the same type of ring, but it's got a green crystal in it. He says, "This one's got 6 minutes."
I'm innovative.
fun.
I think I'm gonna go with the flowers.
Rightio, that'll be a gold piece each flower. 13 gold, please.
Okay.
Okay, alright, 13 gold. And you can add 13 fire lilies.
Please choose different names for all of them.
One is Charlotte, one is
No, I
Beth.
meant like the trigger
Command
word.
words. Anything else I can help you lovely folks with today, or is that all?
That's all.
I want to quickly ask Ato something.
Sure.
No, you're with us.
Oh, what? Actually?
Secretly?
Pretty sure.
Ooh,
Do we
shit.
have to leave?
Y'all get the fuck out.
Is
Fuck off!
Charlotte in
I
the back room,
thought
or
I
she's
was still
back?
Charlotte's
out
back
of
with
bed.
us.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
No, you guys-
You'd come.
You joined
Trina
us.
had led you to the group before when they had been going towards the thing. You'd witnessed the fire lily and then came back.
Oh. Okay, and what did Charlotte just say then?
I'm speaking to him privately, so you need to get out.
Reese's room.
Okay, also Tabik's still here.
Fuck. Tabby.
Tabik?
You won't. We'll do Tabby
Yeah.
after the break. We do actually have to leave off quick, so we will do Tabak when we come back. And Shahala's message is gone. Glory. I don't know. Yeah, so that'll end for our first session today. We'll be back up in
Okay, we'll do that after. Okay.
half an hour.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll see you soon at some point.
Stop streaming? Yes? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.